Hi, Professor. Here's my About Me page. I chose the About Me website because I love how everything is kind of tidy in this one little section. All of my links are here. They don't have to scroll too far to find much. I inform them that I'm PRSSA VP of Community Relations, the Rutgers Art History Student Association President, and then some fun facts like I love to travel, read, and drink coffee. I chose a pretty welcoming picture, I think. So I didn't want to be in like a suit and everything like that. So start off by saying I'm a Rutgers University senior. Interesting facts that I love to travel and do anything to make it happen. And then I get into welcoming them to check out the rest of my links, like my Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. I also have a link to my About Me video, my revised one. So if they click on Twitter, they'll find that I use Twitter for both personal and like professional reasons. Things are like really silly, like keep your head down when you're walking past the day drinks on your way to the library, and then I have more professional ones that I used for classes that talk about innovation and Twitter becoming a disruptive technology and how useful it could be in the classroom. Those are usually hashtagged with the course code. But I want to continue doing that even though that class is over, using Twitter for multiple reasons. Give me a well-rounded feel. On my LinkedIn, they can obviously like click these links and take them to the actual page. But I really like how you can pretty much see everything, most of what you need to with this first glance. Public relations intern at Alpha Art Gallery, assistant manager at Village Gyro, where else I've worked, where I go to university. Instagram, it's the same thing as Twitter for me, at least. I have fun pictures like this from my personal life, and then sometimes they can be more serious. But not usually. Instagram, I never have anything from parties or me like heavily drinking on here, but for the most part, it is like a classy, somewhat classy, like personal use of a website. But I still choose to put it on here. And Tumblr, I have a lot of thought pieces on Tumblr. They're very professional in an informal way. I don't really talk about fashion or anything, but I do talk about things that I've read in the news that I found really interesting, or things I've like learned in class that I thought were really interesting and I wanted to talk about. Like this one specifically talks about Google creating a drone that kind of looks like a dog almost, and there was a lot of controversy because to test stability, people were kicking it over. Like Google made a video of them knocking the dog, but it wouldn't knock over because it's very stable. And many people had this trouble with this video being made because it looks like an actual dog. So I thought it was really, really interesting and make for a cool blog piece. If you click on my name, you can find tons of more things like this. This is about Rutgers University and how they could make communication easier in times of like the hacking that we face so much this semester, or blackouts, or anytime like Sakai goes down. There's so many times this semester when I couldn't get in touch with most of my professors, but one of them had this. We have a class Twitter, so we could easily tweet with our teacher, and we knew what was still due, what was postponed. It was really eye-opening how helpful it was. So I thought that would make a really interesting blog piece. This one talks about people being like together even when they're alone. I have a lot of comments from people on here, some professors, some like fellow students. So I think it would be like an interesting thing to have employers see, that I have like this online personality and I'm talking to people and connecting with them. And one of the last things, I have a link to my About Me video. Um,
My name is Katerina Luizu.
yeah,
I am a
it's
Rutgers
revised.
University graduate, class of 2015. I majored in communication and double minored in art history and digital communication, information, and media while I was at Rutgers. Through my years at Rutgers, I was fortunate enough to realize.
It's a little long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing now. It's about 4 minutes. But I think it really gives an in depth look of me, what I've done at Rutgers, and what I want to do in the future. If you scroll down a little farther past this initial page, there isn't much more, but I really like how About Me lets me put a quote in its own little section. I think quotes are important because they just show what a person values. One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite books is "Nothing behind me, everything ahead of me is as is ever so on the road." I think it's super applicable now that I'm graduating and I have my whole life ahead of me, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but yeah. So I love that quote, and I'm happy I could put it on my page. And then, even though I have a link to my LinkedIn, which has all of this information, I wanted to put what I currently do, what I've done, what I find most important, that I speak Spanish and Greek. Um, yeah, that's my About Me page. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye, Professor.